Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Laura with Down Home with Lemon Pie, and this is our October homeschool update. Okay guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am a Christian stay-at-home homeschool mom of 6. My kiddos are 9 and I have one child who just turned 8 this month. 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and twins that are 2. We're a busy family, and like I said, we are homeschooling. We're using My Father's World curriculum. We are on Exploring Countries and Cultures. And if you watched my September video, you know we were just getting ready to start Brazil. We were heading into South America with our curriculum, and I was really excited about that. I could not wait to get started on that. However, we were unfortunately not, I don't know what it was. We were not as excited about Brazil once we started learning about it. I'm not sure really what it was. I don't know if it was like a funk in our homeschool. Maybe it was the weather because it turned really cold there for a while and we just were snuggly, and honestly, we did a lot of YouTube videos and watching some of that, and not as much of our straight like worksheets. But we still were learning a ton of stuff, and the kids had, they got to watch some of those videos that are the most dangerous ways to school. I don't know if y'all have seen those, but they're on YouTube, and they have different countries where they show the children how they go to school. And we are finding these especially interesting, especially my oldest daughter and myself and my husband and a couple of my boys. So it has been really fun to do that. But yeah, I don't know what was going on with Brazil. I don't know, guys. We studied the rainforest, of course. I had some resources that we had added. This was a book a great friend of mine loaned me, and we did this, and it was really good and informative. So I do recommend this. It's got some cute pictures. We also studied the rainforest in the curriculum that I'm creating for preschoolers or kindergarten age. We studied the rainforest there. We did all the things, but for some reason, it was not coming together for us. I don't know what it was. I don't know. So sometimes it's like that, guys. There's just kind of lulls in the year. And so that's normal. If you are having that too, or if you've had that already, that's kind of sometimes how it goes. So we did enjoy this book. I added this to the book basket. I didn't see any of the kids pick it up during our book reading time, so I chose it as a read aloud during an evening, like before bed, with my 4 big kids, and they did enjoy that as well. They like to hear about it. It's a little bit weird at the very end. It kind of just leaves you hanging, but you know, it was still really good. So anyways, there weren't a lot of books for Brazil. I remember when in the summer when I was preparing for the countries and I was kind of selecting the books, and I was purchasing ones that weren't going to be available at the library, and I do remember noticing that there weren't a lot of books available. So I posted online that we weren't really feeling the Brazil unit. Like I said, I don't know what was going on. But we have a dear friend who happens to have grown up and live in Brazil, and she has redeemed it for us. She brought us some Brazilian chocolates. She brought us some Brazilian beans with sausage in it. So delicious, guys. Clearly, I was just not educated in how to cook Brazilian food. So that might be why we were kind of struggling. But she also brought us some lentil soup, which, guys, seriously, I do not even like lentil soup, and I loved that. So I will say that Brazil has been redeemed in our hearts. And, you know, sometimes that's all it is, guys. There's just a bad, whatever, a funk in the home or the year or whatever. I don't know. So anyways, it has been redeemed, and I am excited now that we are moving over to Europe, and we're going to be learning about that now. And I don't know, I don't know, it just sounds exciting to me. So anyways, that's where we are. The read alouds that we did, we have been working our way through Dutch Twins, and it has been really good. We are actually about to start the last chapter. The kids are enjoying this one. I knew they would because I've read it before with my older girls when they were really little, and so even just my oldest is the only one who was, every now and then she was like, oh, I remember that. And so this one they have been enjoying, which I'm excited about because we have another one by the same author that we will be doing when we go to Japan. It's called The Japanese Twins. We did finish Anne of Green Gables. I think we might have just started this in the September update, but the kids loved this one. It was a huge hit, and we watched the video. It was actually 3 movies. So we watched the whole series of movies. The kids, like I said, they really enjoyed that. They really got into it. The first 2 were available for free through one of the streaming services that we have, and we actually had to pay to rent the 3rd one, but it was totally worth it, and the kids loved it. And so that was fun. We did do that. I started reading a couple books that I had talked about at the beginning of the school year, kind of back in the summer, that I was going to be reading for myself. I did start a couple of those for myself, but I wasn't feeling them at that moment. They are going to be good books, I can already tell, but I wasn't feeling them. So I took a break from those and I kind of started reading this other book. I started reading this other one, which is the Cameron Townsend. I'm not very far into it. Like I said, I'm just a short way into it. But I started reading this one. This is actually in our curriculum as a read aloud, but we aren't doing it as a read aloud at this time. But I wanted to pre-read them and see kind of so I could gauge when I wanted to either do them as a read aloud or assign them as a book for my older kids to read on their own. So I started reading this one. It's really cute. It's not as heavy as I was expecting it to be. So I do think I still made the right decision to do the easier read alouds for this school year, but I don't think that these are as heavy as I was expecting, which is super good because that means I can assign them, like I said, as a book that they read on their own. So for the curriculum that we do, there are books that they require for this level, but for the 7th and 8th graders, and we'll come around to this Exploring Countries and Cultures again in future years. It's a family learning cycle. If you're not familiar with it, I'll link it below. And so when we come back around to it, I wanted to know what the books were that they're going to be reading on their own. I wanted to pre-read them. So I had already read Kisses from Katie, loved it. It was actually a huge blessing to me as a mom. So I did recommend that highly in the September video. But I went ahead and purchased the next one, which is The Narrow Road. Again, this is not a book, like just looking at the cover, that I would choose to read for myself. So I'm interested in seeing kind of what happens, I guess. But I did choose this one. I haven't started it because like I said, I'm still reading Cameron Townsend, and I don't know how much longer it'll be on that I'll be reading that one before I start this one. It may not be till December, who knows. But anyway, I went ahead and purchased that. I will say that my oldest daughter is becoming like a speed reader. She struggled learning to read, and now she is reading through everything on our bookshelf. So the other night she was telling me she needed a new book to read, and I gave her this book. It was one that I had actually found, I think, over the summer, and she wanted to read it. I went ahead and told her, kind of what it was going to be about, and I think it's a little bit more geared toward a boy interest, but she read it, said it was great, and said that I should read it too. So I'll show you guys that. We actually got it, I guess, from a library or something, book sale, but it's The Matchlock Gun. It's been highly recommended in several curriculums, so you've probably seen it come up before, but she did enjoy it really. I think it took her 2 evenings to read the whole thing. It's not terribly long, but Yeah, it's just 50 pages with a couple pictures. She probably could have done it even faster, but I think it's a little bit heavier. So anyways, she took her time, read it in about 2 days, and she enjoyed it. So I did want to kind of throw that in there. It's probably better for the American, like the Revolutionary War time period. But anyway, we already studied that, so she enjoyed it and understood it. I will say that one thing we're doing in this school year, it wasn't even in our curriculum, but it's something that I wanted to add, was a hymn study. And so we are going through this book here. I'm just selecting hymns and finding videos that correspond with those. If you are following me on Facebook or even Instagram, I think they're showing up there, I'm not sure, but definitely I know on Facebook, you can find the videos that we are sharing because they are so good. I even have them in our playlist. I think you can still find those, and they are so good. They are hymns that are being sung like that we sing on a daily basis. This gives us the history of it, and then it has the children from around the world singing them as well, or people from around the world or in another language or whatever. So it's really cool to see that tie in with our cultural studies. So I will say that I am enjoying that a ton. This month is in October was actually a birthday month for 2 people in our home, and that is my second daughter, Layla. She turned 8, and she wanted a space-themed party. And the way that we started doing their birthday parties, instead of doing 6 different parties or even 5 different parties, because my youngest 2 are twins, I started pairing them up. So my oldest 2, I am doing 1 party for them, and then my boys, the next 2, a party for them, and then 1 party for my twins together. So I've paired them up into groups of 2, so that's only 3 parties for a year, which greatly reduces everything, time and money from not just us, but all of our friends and family that want to come. So I have liked that. But so for their actual day, I let them kind of choose their own thing. And my 8-year-old wanted space. So we did kind of a whole space day. We just went to her favorite park, and we actually happened to make a new friend there, and we ran into some old friends. So that was really fun. I looked up on Pinterest. We had planned out some snacks to take so we could take a lunch, and I took a lunch to the park that was all kind of space themed. You'll have to go see it on my Instagram. It is there. And I took pictures, but we did the cutest things, guys. We rolled up the crescent rolls with the hot dogs, which actually didn't turn out like the Pinterest picture, but we did those with the little cookie cutter on the cheese for the to make little rockets. And then we did, I cookie cuttered those cucumbers to be stars. So we had those. I got us some Funyuns, you know, the circle chips, and we had those for Saturn rings. And we just had a fun time with it. We set up the table, and we had purple. We did purple and blues on her cake with silver and stars, and it was just so fun. So anyways, if you want to see what the space party looked like, go over on my Instagram and you can see pictures there. Also, this month was my birthday, and so we didn't do much of anything special. I'm not a huge I don't really care too much about it. It's just a day. So I do want it to be acknowledged, like with a homemade card or something, but I'm not a huge, I don't care. So we did do a few things. I did get a couple of gifts that I'm really excited about. So even though I'm not a huge gift person, of course we all like gifts when we get them. But anyway, so I did get a laminator, finally. I'm so excited about that. Here, I wanted to show you guys. And it is so easy to use, guys. Seriously, I have been laminating everything, and it is so great. I'm loving it. I've been laminating schedules, homeschool things, all the things, and it has been so fun and so simple to use. So I did want to kind of highlight that and share that with you guys. If you're a homeschooler and you've been homeschooling for any amount of time, I highly recommend it. This is our 6th year, and apparently that's how long it took me to get a laminator. But anyways, so I finally got a laminator. It just wasn't really a necessity before because we lived near a location where we could just go to laminate stuff. We lived near Mardell's, but now we don't, and it's a kind of a drive. So I highly recommend, if you're homeschooling, get a laminator. I also got some cool boots. Wanted to show them to you guys. I got these for my birthday. They're from Amazon. Look here. Do you guys think they're cute? Because I am loving them. I will say they are a little bit higher heel than generally I like for day-to-day use. But guys, I'm wearing them to church, and I'm wearing them around the house, and I'm wearing them to run errands, whatever. So after about 2 days, I do need a break from wearing them because of the heels, and you know, I'm not used to all of that anymore. So that is cool. I am loving those, but they are fun and they're cute. So anyways, I have those. I guess everybody, like, we live in Texas, so that's a normal thing. Do other people wear boots on a regular basis? I don't know. So you'll have to tell me below. If you live in another state, is that a normal thing? We wear boots everywhere. So anyways, all right, these are the books that I am sticking around for. I'm gonna stick in our book basket for the upcoming studies or countries that we're gonna be doing. We started Norway this week, and so right now we're in Europe. And I am, I've already shown you guys these before, but I'll show you again. I'm adding in Madeline and Madeline's Rescue. We'll probably watch the videos that go along with those. Haven't read this one yet, so we'll see. But I saw that there is also a second one, which I may try to snag from the library. And I wanted this one so bad and found it at one of those little book libraries. So I'm excited about this one. It is, I'll show it like this. It's Adele and Simon, because this one doesn't have the book jacket. But it takes place in England or France, I can't remember which, but somewhere in Europe. So I'm adding that one. My little guys are really gonna, I think, enjoy these. And I did purchase this one back in the summer from Thrift Books at Sea Inside London, which I am excited about because my husband actually used to live in England. So this will be a cool thing for him to kind of help out with while we are teaching. And it goes through ancient times, Middle Ages, the fire, after the fire. Can you see, am I just like falling over on this book? Seriously. Let's see, is this World War II, and then London today. So there you go. There's that. We are also about to start Snow Treasure. That is our next read aloud once we finish this one right here. I should have mentioned that earlier. Snow Treasure, and it has some Nazi stuff in it. I think I talked about that in my enrichment video. But I have been doing a lot of studying on that for my own personal knowledge and education. And I actually have another book that I got. I've ordered it online from another resource, and it's used. And I am so excited to share that with you guys. So look for that in an upcoming video. When it comes in, I will share with you what it is. But I'm excited to read that one, and I think it's going to be really, really good. Well, that's basically it, guys. We're in November. This is the month that we're going to be doing a lot of thankful things, kind of stressing those character traits. I am using my character curriculum, which I'm also creating. If you have not been following, I'm creating 2 curriculums, which will be available for you guys to purchase in the upcoming months. So I'm really excited about that. One is based on character, and one is based on preschool education, or kindergarten if it's real gentle. So anyways, guys, stay tuned, and I will see you guys next time. Hope you have a good November.